Hello, I'll be right with y'all, just getting stuff set up. The Twitch outage did kind of affect my start time a little bit. I was hoping to go live like 45 minutes ago, get everything kind of started, and then I just couldn't do anything on Twitch. Lots of confusion today. Ain't that just the way? But the good news is everything seems to be working forever. I think they fixed it forever. I think there's never going to be any issues again. And we can get into this pretty quick. I was too busy watching GTA 6 on Netflix. Yeah. If by watching GTA 6 on Netflix, Samo, you mean watching Mike Minotti and Jeff Grubb talk about GTA 6 while they watched it on Netflix, then you're absolutely right. I did do that. How about that GTA 6, y'all? Can't believe it's real. I'm just updating YouTube stuff right now, guys. So bear with me. Donate to Malala Fund. You know what else is real? L. L is real? Not familiar. I thought you were telling me to... I thought you were handing me an L that I would have to take. Which I will be taking an L. We all know I'll be taking an L while playing Dark Souls Randomizer today. We took many L's yesterday. L from Death Note. Germa on the starting soon screen? It is not. This is Fox Mulder and Dana Scully. Oh, the SM64 Foundation. Was that the, like, what was on the what's it called? The, like, plaque or whatever from Super Mario 64? Hi, guys. Hello. I think it looks like Twitch chat is working, which is cool. I'm excited about that. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything all going. I am also on the vertical feed today. Hello to the vertical feed. We're everywhere. We're raising money for Malala Fund. I do not have all of my stuff. I reset my computer while trying to work on the Twitch stuff. So I don't have all of my stuff in front of me. Actually, I think I can just open it up. How is everyone in chat doing? Did everyone survive the hour to hour and 15 minutes where Twitch was down? Very scary times. Very scary times. But I'm glad to say I think it looks like it's doing a little bit better. But yeah, as a reminder, we are here for the next couple of days in the lead up to Flame Fatales, the Flame Fatales Marathon. That's coming up in 17 days. We're raising money for Malala Fund to start the event off right and have a nice big donation go in at the start of the marathon. It's really cool that GDQ does this, and I feel very, very lucky that I get to be an ambassador to the Flame Fatales. The Flame Fatales, if you're not familiar, they are folks within the speedrunning community who identify as femme in a way that is meaningful to them. And as a part of an extension of that, I get to be an ambassador as someone who does not identify as femme, but I get to support all my femme pals, and I am just really, really grateful for this opportunity. And we've already raised $541 for the charity. So, nice. You're doing commentary for it, Llama? You know, I meant to look at the schedule and see everything, and it's been a busy day, and I just haven't. I really need to do that. Ugh. I was planning on doing all of this earlier today, and then Twitch, Twitch did Twitch things. But yeah, we're raising money for the Malala Fund. Malala Fund envisions a world where all girls can learn and choose their own future. So they get a bunch of money together, and they put together grants that allow women and girls in places that need it most, where education is not a guaranteed right, and they aim to make sure that every girl has that right. It's an incredible charity. I highly recommend you check out Malala Fund for more information on it. We're going to be doing a long stream tomorrow. We've already unlocked the first bonus stream. So we're going to be doing a big old bonus stream tomorrow. I'll probably be starting that one around noon tomorrow. I took off from work, and we're going to be going for a long run. We're going to see if we can beat the randomizer in one sitting, if possible. And a lot of fun incentives with that one. But I'll be talking a lot more about Malala Fund at that time as well. But today we're just going to get back into the normal content. We're going to start with the Dark Souls randomizer. But how's everyone in chat doing? I hope everyone's doing well. And I hope everyone's having a good end to your week. Only one day left until the weekend. I'm pretty excited. Which run are you doing commentary for, Llama? I gotta post on socials as well. Usually I have all this stuff queued up, but it's been a day. Has it been a day for anyone else? Who else thinks it's been a day? I think I can just actually copy this right over from yesterday. Bonus stream tomorrow, guys. Are you excited? I'm very excited for it. I'm excited to actually finish a randomizer. Wonder how many deaths we'll have in it. Yo, what's up, Max? It's been a whole 2 weeks. Cannot wait for the weekend. Day 2. Okay, let me post that. Go ahead and publish it. Let me just share this on the various socials, and then we'll get into the randomizer. I can also open up Dark Souls so we have something. Actually, you know what? We're going to keep the QR code up for a little longer. Streaming the DK challenge thing, your back has been out for like a month and you really don't want to fudge it up again. Yeah, honestly, like sitting down like really can do a number. Can really do a number on the old back. So definitely prioritize taking care of that. But yeah, I'm not super familiar with the DK challenge. Is that the like Switch 2 thing? Hang on, chat. Just we're gonna say hello. Wait, how can I do this so it looks... It's gonna be like the worst Instagram post. I had like a nice Instagram post for this yesterday. It will not be the case today, but that's fine. Just make sure the QR code's all in there. Day 2. It's day 2, chat. Donate if you can. And if you are able to donate, reminder to put it towards an incentive if you've already donated and it was not going towards an incentive when you put it in. Let us know and we can change that. The main incentives won't kick in until tomorrow's stream, luckily. Okay, let me see what the donation link is here. It is. And chat, then we'll be good to go. What do you guys think the first boss that I'm going to have to fight is going to be? Do you think it'll be one that I want to see in the asylum, or do you think it's going to be Capra Demon or something that I could just easily fight elsewhere? Do you guys think I'll get a PB today? I'm just going to say live on Twitch and YouTube. And TikTok, technically, I guess. If you're watching on TikTok, hello. I cannot see TikTok chat. I apologize if you're saying hello on TikTok. It's working, Dan. Speaking of the Flame Fatales 2026 ambassadors, Dan the VP, another one. Former world record holder in Elden Ring Night Rain, Dan the VP. I assume he also speedruns dozens of other games, but really, I think the highlight of Dan's career in speedrunning is that world record that he got for Elden Ring Night Rain. That's a sick shirt. Thank you. Frostwad got me this. It's really good. Former. I know, we gotta take it back. We're not taking that back. We are not taking that back. I like how you were, Cosmic, I like that you were responding to Krungo Trigger in chat, and you said true Krungo, and I'm like, oh man, did I say something Krungo? Uh-oh. Yeah, but thanks for bearing with me. Slower start to the stream as we are navigating through all the Twitch nonsense, the Twitch errors. But the Twitch errors cannot stop the charity, cannot stop all the good that Malala Fund is doing. Also, Twitch would obviously not be trying to do that. It's unrelated completely. Let me see. Day 2. Money for Malala Fund. Oh wait, I can just do this from... I keep forgetting. To me, I think at one point Blue Sky was only an app, right, chat? I think at one point Blue Sky, like, you couldn't get to from the computer. But now you can get to Blue Sky from the computer. They invented it on the computer, which is pretty cool. So I always just default to, like, having to type stuff up. Oh yeah, there's the link for the shirt. Yeah, they have a lot of cool shirts. I also have a Rumiko Takahashi, creator of, like, Inuyasha and Meisan Ikoku and Ranma 1/2. Same style shirt, which is really nice. Okay. I am almost ready to get into Dark Souls, chat. I promise. I promise you. Just got one more round of socials to get to. Day 2, raising money for Malala Fund. Bonus stream tomorrow. Donate if you can. Caps lock. All right. Let's do it. Let's just go live on Blue Sky as well. Which is a cool feature that they added. I like that they added that. I wish there was a little bit more integration with it where when I went live it just kind of tied in, but you know, I can't really complain. Oh, it still has my URL stuck in there, so that's good. All right, let's go live. All right, chat, are you ready for some Dark Souls Permadeath? We also do have a couple of donations that have come in. We have a $5 donation from Frostwad that says, every donation counts, less than 3, which is very true. What's amazing about this is that small donations do pile up, and I think last year it accounted for like over $1 million worth of donations towards Malala Fund in just small donations. I know times are tough, so I really like to just incentivize people to put their $5 donations in, put their $1 donation in, whatever you can give. It all really helps. I've heard a story about how I believe a girl in Pakistan was able to get a bicycle for like as little as like what would be like a $5 or $10 donation, was able to go towards getting her a bicycle so that she could go back and forth to school, which is really important. So that's amazing. Thank you so much for the $5 for all swap. We also, I don't know if he's here right now, but we have a $5 donation that came in after stream yesterday from Gray of Light that says, want to give what I can to help, which is really, really sweet and really, really nice. And again, those $5 donations really add up. Tomorrow, we will also have an incentive where a $5 donation will make me put on a piece of armor or a ring or a helmet or a weapon or whatever of your choice while we're going through the randomizer. The only place it wouldn't apply is the boss fight, where I would be using whatever weapon we get from the wheel. And if anyone wants to redeem that, if they put in a $5 donation and forgot to put it towards it, just let me know, because I'm going to be doing that. That's not really through the tracker. That is through my brain, which is, we all know, very reliable. And we also have a $25 donation from Kev, who is one of my dearest, oldest friends. Very nice of him. $25 donations. I don't even think he knows what Twitch is. I don't even think he knows what a video game is. And he gave $25. How sweet. Shout out to my buddy Kev. One of the coolest people that I know. Alright, chat. But I think that's all the main stuff that I had to do. And now we can get started with some more Dark Souls. If I can find... There it is. Find it in Steam. See, I powered off my computer and, like, restarted it, and now everything's all over the place. But yeah, how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's having a really good Thursday, I think. I believe it's Thursday, right? I'm gonna move this over here. Get this up. Get this going. All right, and I think we're off to the races, chat. Oh, we got a $5 donation. I think I see them pretty immediately. I have them right in front of my face, and I think here it goes on the tracker there. The $5 coming in from Samo Nice that says much love, and he put it towards the Dark Souls wheel spin, which we already have 4 of those, maybe even a few more. I need to confirm with a couple of the donors. And once we hit one, we will be doing a spin that will lock in a weapon that I have to use against a boss in tomorrow's bonus stream randomizer, which is going to be something, because we already have composite bow for one of the bosses tomorrow. We have the mace, which is a weapon I don't particularly like using. And we have the Sorcerer's Catalyst, which could be good if we get good spells. Otherwise, we have to use it as a club, which is not so good. So we'll see how it all goes. We'll see where the randomizer tomorrow takes us. It's going to be a good time. But Samo, thank you so much for the $5 donation. I really appreciate that. And if you got some equipment that you want me to put on, please let me know. We'll take a look tomorrow. All right, chat. Let's see. I think this is attempt lucky number 333. I don't think we updated the counter yesterday after the honestly devastating turn of events that happened yesterday at the end of stream, where I had the Lord Vessel. We had it earlier. We had it early. We were going around looting. We had a decent weapon that we could get. And then disaster struck when I had to run up a hill against a boar enemy that one-shot me. That one felt bad to lose. I think we might go with Warrior Thief. No, let's go with Thief. We got some decent poise. We will be heavy, but this is a good weapon. It's got good reach. And then we will take the Master Key, which we don't need because we already have one. We're taking 2 Master Keys. Gonna go top heavy, of course. Delta Farmer, shoutouts to the 5-finger Delta. And let's update the attempts counter on the screen as well, which I don't think I have on the vertical feed. If you're watching on the vertical feed, hello. Alright. Surely this is going to be... We're only going to have to do one run today, chat, and it's going to be the run, and we're going to beat it. So then we don't have to worry about the logistics of tomorrow having a run continue while also having to do yet another randomizer. If that is the case, that's fine. But I'm I am very blown away by the generosity so far. We've had 19 donations so far, which is incredible. Hasn't even really been 4 hours of me streaming for this. This is the run, you think, Kels? I hope so. It's off to a pretty good start. We have a shield at the ready in case we find the final boss, and we have one of my favorite weapons to start with. So it could be a good one. How you doing today, Kels? It's good to see you. Not a great enemy to fight with this weapon, but luckily it's just one of them. And he will be scaled down, so I think we'll be okay, actually. Also, I don't think we really need to reset his... We don't really need to reset him by... We don't really need to do the quit out of the dark sign. We only have 100 souls, but I'd like to keep those. I wonder if that might have been Oscar dying right away. He might have been wearing the symbol of avarice. It was a 2 coffee day. I have lost count of the amount of coffee I've been drinking the past couple of days. So for a while, I was like... Due to, oh yeah, it was, cool. Due to, heart health concerns, trying to stay on top of it, I was like, let me drink less caffeine. That was so loud, I'm sorry, chat. I was down to, like, only drinking 2 cups a day, but I didn't really notice any difference, any positive difference on the heart stuff, and my heart was actually, like, kind of experiencing my my heart condition pretty regularly still, and I was like, you know what? Doesn't seem like it's helping. It's certainly like it's certainly not helping. And I've been back to drinking a lot of coffee, and so far I've not had that be the cause of my heart arrhythmia. And I've been very tired. There's been a lot going on. So I've been very tired. Drinking a little too much coffee, but it is I've said this before, but like coffee is like the curse that I'm okay with having. Where I'm like, nah, this is just how I live my life now. I just drink coffee all the time. It's fine. Time to switch to beer. Beer is actually confirmed to be one of the main triggers of my heart condition. So I've switched off of beer pretty extensively, I would say. I've really cut back on the drinking, which has been, overall, a pretty positive change in my life, I think. I do love me a tasty beer. It is Oktoberfest. Oh, not me, Frostbot? Exactly. Yeah, Kels. It's like... So I've talked about this a bit on stream before, but my heart condition isn't a, like, uncommon one. It's not, like, a super serious thing. It just raises a lot of other health risks while you have it. It's called atrial fibrillation. And it's like an arrhythmia. It's my heart just kind of beats. The joke that me and my musician friends always make, it's a jazz heart. It has a weird rhythm, a weird time signature. But it causes a lot of complications and stuff. So if I'm in AFib, I really need to be careful and stuff. And just been wanting to, as I get older and older, I'm like, well, you know, the complications could be worse and worse, so I just want to do what I can with lifestyle changes to make sure that it's not a, not too much of an issue. I don't agree with that hit there, but that's fine. Yeah, it's a prog. My heart just really likes the band Tool. Loves the goofy time signatures. That, like, the most annoying person you know in high school says is, like, the greatest thing to happen to music ever. When it's like, I like Tool. I think it's pretty good, but... Enjoy this PBR for me? Thank you, Bob. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Everyone should be enjoying a crisp PBR if that is something that they are doing. If you can enjoy a PBR, you can absolutely enjoy one on my behalf. It is nice that I can manage it a lot with a lifestyle. That's not the case for everyone, so I'm very lucky in that respect. But, you know, just this year's been just kind of a marathon of cardiologist appointments. And it also, unfortunately, like, all of the medicine that I could be taking for ADHD... Which, I mean, I don't know if it's very noticeable, chat, but I don't know. Everyone in chat probably doesn't even realize this, but I do have attention deficit hyperactive disorder. I think the H stands for that. I can't remember, honestly. I do have ADHD. I know that might seem like a shock since I'm so good at focusing. But a lot of the medication that I could take for that, to alleviate that, actually I can't take because it would exacerbate things with my heart condition. So it's like, well, ain't that just the way? Chat, should we gamble on Petrus? Should we talk to Petrus? There's a chance we would lose our good weapon. Should we talk to him? Because there's a slightly better chance that he will have good equipment for me to buy, like good soul items for me to buy so I can level up early. What do you guys think? I am always tempted. Maybe later. Okay, I'm going to go with Barricade. It's funny, too. I like to be kind of interactive with chat, but I'm also like, wait, Twitch chat might be delayed or might be back at the weird thing that was happening earlier where messages wouldn't send. You had ADD before there was ADHD? I feel like that's most people of our age, Random Sum. I would have for sure been diagnosed with at least ADD. Everyone in my family kind of was. But the prescription of Ritalin did not really do any favors for my siblings. So my mom was like, just pay attention in class. I don't want you to have to take Ritalin. Yeah, Random Sum. I think that's a pretty common... I think wasn't it also like really like over diagnosed ADD in the 90s? It was just like kids were kind of just being kids. And doctors were like, here, take these pills. This will calm them right down. I don't know how accurate any of that is. Could be anecdotal, could be complete nonsense. But I just know from my family's personal experience, Ritalin was not really the answer. They did stop eventually, yes. Okay, I'm really glad that backstabbing this guy to get some souls didn't accidentally hit this butterfly, because I do not want to fight the butterfly. No one ever expects the butterfly. Estrogen would have been better. Yeah, you should have just started taking estrogen back then, Random Sum. I feel like that would have made a lot of things better. Man, all of these items I could be picking up. And here I am, not looting. Hey, what's up, Dusk? Hello, hello. Coming right up. A fine choice. I could kill that skeleton, but I don't think the souls that he gives me will be worth it. Because that guy can build up bleed on me and kill me dead. Something caught your attention while watching the VOD. What was that? Dude, I've seen the Purple Coward's Crystal a lot. So you need 30 faith and 50 strength for this weapon, which is unreasonable to say the least, I would say. Barricade always catches some very interesting details in the VODs. I think I might have asked you this before, Barricade, but where do you watch the VODs? Do you just watch them on Twitch, or do you go to YouTube and watch them? Also, if anyone in YouTube is chatting and I don't see it, I apologize. I don't think that's the case, but... got way too many windows open. Very good for my ADHD to have so many windows open. Hey, what's up, iFlames? How's it going? iFlames, I don't know if you were in Barb's chat last night during the Darkest Dungeon stream, but I did make a joke that I was hoping you would see, but I don't know if you were there. He was talking about some of the mods, some of the, trying to think of a charity-friendly way to talk about some of the, Darkest Dungeon mods. He was saying, to be warned, there are some pretty, I'll say exciting. You can fill in the blank. There's some pretty exciting mods. And I said that's an interesting way to describe iFlames. Probably working. Oof. Hopefully work went well. I was hoping to see you at me and say like Keck W or something. Oh, this is where I lost the Lord Vessel last night, chat. I was running up this hill. Work been messed up. Oof, I hear ya. Same here, and I'm not loving it. Chat, if you've been watching for the past couple of like the past week or so, you've heard me complain a lot about Windows Phone Link and the ongoing battle that I have with it. I thought I fully uninstalled it today. I went into the settings, I like disabled it and stuff. I am still getting pop-ups about it. Ugh, now you think you're getting sick? Oof. I hope you can rest. Hopefully it's nothing too serious and you can just like sleep it off. That's why black fire bombs are the best. And it got you thinking, how do they even make black fire bombs? You have a theory. I would love to hear your theory about it. I imagine it's something to do with like pine resin. I did do asylum skip. And by asylum skip, I mean I did skip fixing the I did skip fixing the live split. Thank you, Verge. Good to see you. Okay, that guy could drop a weapon, so we don't want to attack him. Oh, no, no, no. I really appreciate it. It's been a wild start to stream just with all the Twitch nonsense that was happening earlier today. So I would not have caught that at all. I probably would have gone like the entire run, just not updating bosses. Or being one behind. And then being like, no, I only killed 3, right? We'll go to Taurus first. But yeah, reminder chat, I am raising money. Taurus Demon? Taurus Demon? Taurus Demon broke containment. He should be upstairs and he is here. Pavel, please. Okay, I think we're okay, chat. I think we're safe. But, as I was saying, we are raising money for a Malala Fund through the wonderful Frame Fatales community that I am very lucky to be an ambassador for. In the lead up to Flame Fatales 2026. I do hear a Hydra here that is a bit unfortunate. However, we only have 287 souls. So we're raising money for Malala Fund. Flame Fatale starts in 17 days. Oh boy. I'm gonna just have to go outside, I think. Who do we have here? It's gargoyles. Oh, I might actually be able to get this guy through the door. This is a little risky with the Hydra here, but I think we can probably do the gargoyles. Oh, he can hit me. That's not fair. My weapon is the one that should be able to go through there. But yeah, we're raising money for Malala Fund, which is ensuring that there's going to be a world where girls can be guaranteed 12 years of education. That was the drop that I was hoping for, which is really nice. So if you have the means to give, small donations go a long way. I'm trying to incentivize small donations. We do have a bonus stream that we unlocked through all the generous donations. I hope the Capra doesn't come down here. I should probably try and do the... I should probably wait until after this boss fight to talk more about the wonderful charity that we are raising money for. This is very sketch. Very sketch. I like how I'm like, oh, now's a perfect time. I need to really pay attention to this concerning boss fight. Now's the perfect time to try and talk about how wonderful Malala Fund is. I mean, there is really never a bad time to talk about how wonderful Malala Fund is, but my timing probably could have been a little bit better. Ooh, nice, Max. I'm going to be doing a bonus stream tomorrow. More incentives tomorrow. So we're currently working our way towards a milestone incentive where if I get to $750 raised total, I will also include a stream where I play Guitar Hero, which will have song requests. But for the donations tomorrow, every time we get like a $50 donation or just money towards a $50 donation in the tracker, you will have the ability to make me spin the Wheel of Petrus. And the Wheel of Petrus has every single weapon in Dark Souls on it, and whatever that weapon is, I will have to use against a boss in the giant randomizer that we're doing tomorrow. So we already have 4 of them. I think the first one was the club or something. I can't really remember. I have it in front of me somewhere. But we will have to use the Sorcerer's Catalyst against one of, I think, the 3rd boss that we're fighting, or the 4th boss that we're fighting. See, this is why I need to pay more attention to the run in front of us. That's fine. Can I do a Petrus cosplay? If I had more time, I would. Hello, Algie, over on YouTube. Hello. Same time as usable? It's going to be earlier. It's going to be starting at around noon. Noon EST. Yeah, the Hydra. That was really my fault. I should have been thinking a little more during that run. I feel like, chat, we might not get run super far, since my main concern and my main focus is going towards the wonderful Malala Fund. But, Max, with like a $5 donation during the stream tomorrow, you will be able to make me put on a piece of equipment, such as like a donation that we just got about 2 minutes ago from Random Sum, $5 that says use wolf ring. There's a dog on it. Pretty cool. That is pretty cool, and that is very kind. I will be putting on the wolf ring immediately upon starting the run tomorrow, which will give me more poise. Thank you, Random Sum. I have a feeling that a lot of people might want me to put on other rings that are less helpful. But actually, no, I think everyone will probably be really nice and only give me stuff that helps me in the run that is already going to be pretty challenging. Manus Catalyst Lobos remix song. I don't think I've heard that, Cosmic, but I am interested in it for sure. Yeah, I wasn't going to be going past the Hydra. I should have just been... My train of thought should have been to just turn around and not even bother with the Hydra, but I was like, maybe I can get underneath there and... But, hey, that's a lesson for the next time we see the Hydra there. What we can do, though, is we can check the spoiler log and just see if that was a good run where we could have gotten the Lord Vessel early, or if it was a run that I'm glad died. So let's see. We got Lord Vessel. Okay. So this isn't the worst check, because I do know this check. This is a check that I would go through, like, run past in the speed run. But the Lord Vessel was in Tomb of Giants, surrounded by a circle of bone towers on an area that must be jumped to. So that is along the path that I take. I do fail that that jump quite a bit. But yeah, chat, tomorrow on the Wheel of Petrus, we're going to fight the tutorial boss. We're going to fight Asylum Demon, or whatever replaces Asylum Demon, with whatever weapon we have. And then the second boss that we find, we're going to have to use the Drake Sword. The third boss that we're going to have to find, we're going to have to use the Composite Bow. The fourth boss that we're going to have to fight is going to be the Sorcerer's Catalyst. If I don't have any spells by that point, I'm just going to have to bonk it. And then the fifth boss that I'm going to have to fight is going to be the Mace. So it could be a rough stream. It could take us a while. It is a fun jump. I do like that jump. Oh yeah, let me scroll up here, Barricade, and see Similar to Black Flame and regular Pyromancy, just knowing that Black Flames are stronger in general. Maybe they're somehow using the Abyss to make Black Fire Bombs. I would believe it. I think there's obviously, like, there's the distinction between the types of flames, so that definitely runs along the same line of thinking. All right, chat, we're gonna re-randomize. We were... The Hydra saved us from spending a lot of time looking around everywhere until we have to inevitably run to the Tomb of Giants, so that's good. Random, somewhat like your Princess Donut badge on Twitch. Did you read Dungeon Crawler, Carl? Random some? I'd like to know your thoughts on it. Oh, we can also do this. Chat, this time I'm going to remember to split after the Asylum boss. Watch me. You're going to be all so impressed. It's going to say victory achieved, and I'm going to hit the split button. You're not even going to believe it. It's going to look like it was, it's going to look like it was, like, seamless. Dungeon Crawler Crawl. No, just saw the cat and crown. That's the ideal reason to have that. Yeah, we can... This was literally my Dark Souls 2 build. We were just power stancing axes at the start of it, and I think I was wearing an outfit that was very similar to that. Can't wait, Algie. Can't wait for what? Oh, for when I split correctly? Yeah, it's gonna be so sick. All right, it's run 3-3-4. That's not my favorite weapon, but it's decent early. Hot Pocket just keeps giving me a thief with that weapon. This time he's probably going to give me the... Probably going to give me a... an earlier Lord Vessel as well. I will do a split on stream. If we get to $3,000 raised from Malala Fund, I will do a split on stream. Alright, so we are a little bit heavy. I think it's mostly the helmet. I think the armor is probably also a little heavy, but... Actually, maybe all of my upper body probably is. Chat, I love to see it. I just looked up at the tracker. Okay, Gaping Dragon here is not ideal because it's a pretty easy fight. But it's fine. But I looked at the tracker on the horizontal feed and just seeing all the $5 donations. I love that so much. I thought we were going to have to kill the rat with the... Was there just like a blood stain there? Did you guys see that? Or am I incorrect? It looked like there was a blood stain there, like the green glow and everything. Chat, the weather's been so strange here recently. There's been like a lot of, it looked like it was under the rat, but let me see. I'm at like 49 minutes in the stream. I'm gonna try and remember to go back to that. But yeah, the weather here has not been great, and it has been giving me quite a headache. Which I don't love. Bad combo enemies here. Where did this guy come from? I wonder if there was a vagrant. Whew. But yeah, under the rat, it kind of looked like there was like a blood stain there for a second. I might be completely wrong about that. Regal finally makes an appearance. Regal was in QQ's stream earlier. We were not fighting that guy. You don't even know what weather is good or bad anymore. That's true. We're going to do a plunge attack, chat. It might be a mistake. Got him. Yo, what's up, Plank? How you doing? Yo, Plank, I'm guaranteed to have the ability to actually finish a run tomorrow. I can't believe it. I'm actually going to finish a randomizer. Can't remember the last time I finished a randomizer. And I used to speedrun randomizers. No, that must have been a delay, iFlames. Non-permadeath, exactly. It's all coming up, Millhouse. I am thinking we might be back, Hamilton Howley. Hello. Isn't it? It's kind of impressive, though, right? Like, just how bad my attention span is. Oh, I also just realized we're $110 away from a cool number. Oh, I think, did we just burn past 420? Did we just burn past all the funny numbers? You can have an ADHD off, and I bet mine's worse. I don't know. I'll take your word for it. But mine is pretty impressively bad. It usually, I think it also depends on how stressed out I am. And life has been quite stressful. Make it through the Metal Gear Solid 4 opening cutscene challenge? Impossible. Ooh. $25 donation. Coming in from Krungo Trigger that is no comment, but did put it towards a spin of the wheel. Let me see. So we're getting pretty close to another wheel spin, chat. We'll get to see Petrus's beautiful face and then see what weapon I have to use on the 6th boss that we fight. Krungo Trigger, thank you so much for the donation to the Malala Fund. It's very kind of you. Also getting us closer to the Guitar Hero stream. I know Hamilton Howley wants to see me play Guitar Hero. Can I get him to, like, fall off here? Fighting Silver Knight, not my smartest. I saw that he got, like, staggered slightly, and I was like, it's my chance. I might as well just fight the clam as well while I'm at it. Their shield is so annoying, man. I need to face my fears, chat. I'm afraid of every Silver Knight. I have a nice respect for them. I need to face my fears, and I just need to fight them. See? Chat. Great timing at the end of that. Chat, did you see that? In case you missed it. Hello, Darmok. I just foolishly, because my brain's not all there today, too many things to focus on. I just picked up a weapon that was dropped by the Silver Knight, and the Silver Knight dropped the exact same weapon, which means that we do have this weapon farmable. We can farm this from... It is a very scary enemy that I don't like fighting too much, but we can farm a demon spear. So if we ever don't really have options for weapons... Yo, Plank, thank you so much for the 20 stream watch streak. That is a lot of time. A lot of time spent here. I really appreciate that. I can fight him again. I'm trying to think of the logistics of how it would work if I didn't have a weapon to fight him with. It's like I could potentially knock him off the cliff, but I don't know if I could, like, quit and still get the drop or not. Alright, chat, we have the Hydra here, which makes it less likely that the Hydra will be on the bridge. There still could be a Hydra on the bridge. I like how Algie's just done with Twitch today. I don't blame him. Why are there 2 Hydras in the game? You'll never know. I do think it's really cool that you find your way to the super secret area in this game. You find your way all the way down to Ash Lake. And it's, like, so concerning. And then you're just like, oh, there's a Hydra there. And then he flies across, like he can, like, switch sides. And you're like, this is so messed up. 215, shoutouts to Philly, baby. Shoutouts to Delco. Shoutouts to the 215. Watch the VOD on Twitch. Right on, right on. Yeah, I found that I like watching, like, VODs on YouTube usually versus Twitch just because the interface is a little more clunky. But it's interesting to know. You feel like someone told you that this weapon in particular is a one-time drop and doesn't stay in the loot table. I would also believe that. Cannot confirm for sure. No, I love knowing all of the, like, potential things that that comes with this run. Yeah, maybe we can try and test. Aren't there 3? I don't think there's 3 Hydras. I think there's just 2, Algie. Yeah, I'd be interested to check with Hot Pocket. Well, yeah, when I say test, I mean after I die. After this run surely dies, I'm willing to fight that guy and test it out more. Seems pretty good. Chat, we do have an ad break coming up, unfortunately. You're not going to miss anything. Let's just make our way to Andre. I'm going to run the ads really quick, chat, and we're just going to make our way to Andre. Not going to really miss anything. Just get them out of the way so you guys... So we don't get hit with pre-roll ads or anything. Also mark that one as red. And yeah, I'll be right back. I'm just going to Andre. And, you know, I've done this at least 330 times before, probably, so... Not missing too much. Alright, let's see. Make sure all my stuff is here. There we go. Oh yeah, that's a good point. I could just check the spoiler log. It would be wild if it was a farmable item, though. Alright, what's he dropping? I swear, it's like... Every time I don't need Twinkling Titanite, I get a Twinkling Titanite drop. I wonder if Algie is on YouTube right now because of Illusory Walls stream and it's just easier. versus having YouTube and Twitch running, or if it's because of the Twitch problems earlier. Whew. That's a scary place to need to sneeze. Demons are farmable for the Demon Spear. It's just a low drop percentage, but it's more so how what the loot table is for the Silver Knight. Yeah, Twitch was down. It was a scary couple of hours. You can't Twitch? Is it still down for you? It came back up like shortly before I went to start stream. Alright, I think we're still running the ad, so let's just fight this Garg. Let's fight the Garg. You'll never know what's actually real. What's really great about that is that's very Dark Souls, because I feel like just Dark Souls in general is kind of like that. Or it was like that back in the day, before everyone... You know, before Illusory Wall put in all of the work. Alright, we're not gonna mess with the Gargoyle. He wins this round. We'll come back for him later. Cheap fire bombs and expensive black fire bombs. Chaos Blade is interesting because we can downgrade that. Black Knight Greatsword is extremely interesting. And he's also got an Uchi, so he's got some pretty good options. Decently priced feather arrows. I'm not gonna fight to get Twitch. I feel ya. I feel like it's probably worth it right now to get the fire bombs. Wait a minute. Wait a minute what, Barricade? I will wait at least 1 minute. Where does someone get Chaos Blade? That is, you upgrade an Uchigatana, I believe, and then use the Soul of Quelaag, and you can turn it into the Chaos Blade. That was a quest item in an unused quest. I think it might have been Shiva of the East was looking for it, and it's kind of like the Demon Souls Cursed Blade. That kind of situation. Alright, chat. Where are we going? What should we do? I think that's also what I'm going to do. I'm going to just, like, kind of let chat direct me tomorrow. Going to be going hard on those $5 donations tomorrow. I'm going to be like, chat, if you give me $5 right now, you can tell me an area to go, and I'll go. The idea is sort of... Alright, let's check the Black Knight. Let's check the Silver Knight. Maybe the randomizer tomorrow is not going to go well, because even though it's permadeath. Yeah, me too, Plank. It was... I'm just not super focused. So it's like, I normally would have, like, made that guy chase me down here and then fought him, but... We can also do this. Chat, you know what would be really, really fun to be able to do in this challenge? It'd be really, really fun to be able to do this in this challenge. It'd be really nice to be able to do this and just be like, let's see how much defense this gives us. This gives us an extra 133 physical defense. Yo, what's up, Ska? How you doing, buddy? Win? Yeah. Same old, same old. Twitch was down, as I'm sure you're probably aware. That was very, very funny. No one is that's true. No one is saying I can't do that. If I allowed myself to do that, this challenge would have been done forever ago. I think I did do this challenge with glitches before, if I remember correctly. Or maybe I didn't do use what you get. Oh, you can do that with Soul of a Hero, yes. You can actually do it. It takes a little bit to get max level, Plank, but you can do 999. You just buy arrows, and when you have 999, you just look at the value of 999, and then repeat that. If you're interested, Plank, on YouTube, I do have 2 VODs. I think it was like 8 hours total of me streaming, where I used that to give the fair lady 60,000 humanity on Switch 2. I do love this challenge. I genuinely do. Where is this Silver Knight? Let's see here. It'll be kind of annoying to like respawn him every time, but... That attack, by the way, is the reason I don't parry him in this challenge. Oh wow, that still does 125 even though I can't... So it seems like at the very least it wasn't a 100% drop, but... Alright chat, you want to check the spoiler log? We can check the spoiler log for the night as well. Alright, that was run 334. We hardly knew ye. But let's see. I'll go ahead and re-randomize everything now, and I'm saying that out loud so that when I do something else and check the spoiler log and everything on the previous one. Oh, I think that actually makes it so I can't check the bosses anymore. The Lloyd vessel. Was it All-Father Lloyd or whatever in this game? Okay, so here's the one that I just generated at 6:13. Here's the one from last run. We're checking the cheat sheet of last run, chat. Where was the Lord Vessel there? Chat, in that run, the Lord Vessel was in Firelink Shrine. So you know what that means, chat? I think it is time for me to lock in. I think it is time for me to focus. I think I need to pay a little bit more attention. This is just like exposure therapy for like my ADHD. This is like what happens when you're not paying full attention. Always hurts missing an early Lord Vessel. I almost said Lloyd Vessel. Plank, yesterday I had the Lord Vessel. I can't remember if you were here. I got the Lord Vessel like immediately, and I had a weapon that was usable, and there was a boar that killed me. Dark Souls, do you wanna load on the screen there? I'm glad I looked over and saw that. Let's see. 1 second, chat. Crazy how many moving pieces there are to everything always, all the time. Oh, I need to go here. How do I even do this? Did that work? I might just have to re-add it. Whee! I love... Wait, that's the audio. There we go. That's why. That work? Sure didn't. Let's quit out and try and reopen it, maybe? Let's see. But yeah, I haven't had too many runs that have had the Lord Vessel, I'm pretty sure. There we go. Imagine a world where stuff just works. Alright, Chad, who do you think we'll start with this time? Do you think it'll be another thief start? It's lucky number 335. Ooh, it's looking like Wanderer. Wanderer's looking pretty nice. Let's go with Wanderer. Twin Humanities would be tempting, but not more than the Master Key. You know what? When I check the spoiler log, I should start also checking where the master key is. I feel like it would be a nice additional challenge to not start with the master key, but I don't want to implement that just yet. That would throw off my entire routing. Yes, indeed. She agrees. Chat, we are locking in this run. We are getting further this run. Yo, Ska, are you going to get Tarnished Edition? Is anyone in chat getting Tarnished Edition? Am I the only sicko that's going to be getting Elden Ring Tarnished Edition? I kind of want to just be able to play Elden Ring on the Switch. Probably you, right on Duskflame. You've never played Elden Ring. Well, that's incredible. I feel like that's probably a good way to do it. So, Plank, it is a Switch port, and there is also going to be a, like, patch in the actual game. It has... I didn't confirm this. I don't know if this is just hearsay, but apparently there might be additional NPC invaders in the patch. But there are, I think, 3 new starting classes. Still have yet to play it. It is quite an investment of time, Bob. I can't remember, Bob. Have you played the other, like, Souls games? Have you played the other From Software games? Nice 6, 7 Souls, by the way. Yeah, having it on Switch, I'm excited to see how it plays. From what I've heard, Switch 2 handles it pretty well. I remember at the first, like, gaming expo that they had it at, it ran not great. But then I heard it ran a whole lot better at, like, future ones. You still want to learn any % hitless eventually in Elden Ring. How long does that usually take? I'm not super familiar with the hitless runs. I think my buddy Blanks did hitless for a little while. I can't remember if he was doing hitless or if he only did the speedrun stuff. I know he definitely does speedrun stuff. You played DS 1 through 3 and Bloodborne. Hell yeah. So you'll be, like, in really good shape with what's it called? With Elden Ring. They are not adding the Night Rain classes, no. It's more like traditional Elden Ring classes. Not like cool, like you don't get to play as the Raider. Although I would love that. I would love to play as Iron Eye or Recluse in base game. I'm surprised someone hasn't modded that yet. It is a huge time sink for sure, Bob. And I will also say, when I first played Elden Ring, I was trying to go... I like to play these games like slow and really get through them. Aside from, you know, obviously I speedrun, but on a new playthrough of these games, I really like to go through as slow as I can and really like absorb everything. But with Elden Ring, it was like that. I had to like no-life it, and I wanted to beat it as fast as I could, so that I could watch my friends playing it on Twitch. And it just kind of made it a less enjoyable experience overall for me, because by the end of it, I really was kind of burnt out on it. Pretty easy routes that people have made. That makes sense, Plank. I mean, it's a pretty open game. So I can see there being certain points where it's like really difficult to not get hit, but you only have to get 2 of the runes or whatever to like get to the end game, so... Oh yeah, no worries at all, yeah. I was just wondering if you were going to be getting Tarnished Edition. If you're like true sicko like me. I guess it wouldn't make as much sense for you since you just played through Elden Ring or still actively playing through it. What build should you do? I would say just, if you mean like what class should you start as, that doesn't really matter. I'll probably try one of the newer ones maybe, but... I also kind of just want to do a magic build. I've never really done a magic build, but Dex is always a good build. Strength is like really overpowered like in every other game, so I would say just like find a weapon that you like and spec towards that. There is also respecking in Elden Ring, so you don't really have to worry too much about your build. Every single nook and cranny are actually go insane. I feel that. That's like when I played Final Fantasy 13. I think it was like right off the heels of playing through Elden Ring. And I was like so glad that there wasn't exploration in that game. Like I know people usually criticize Final Fantasy 13 for being like a hallway simulator or whatever, but I was like, oh man, I don't have to worry about like wandering around everywhere and hitting like the confirm button on every single thing. That's awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool spells in Elden Ring. So magic is a very fun build. Alright, chat, so humanity is going to be a really nice resource to have in this run because every time we pop humanity, I think up to level 15, like up to having 15 humanity, it gives us an attack boost. I think it's 15. Like, this weapon is already very good if the enemy doesn't have fire resist. Yo, it's the absolute cinema. Absolute cinema, Hollow. I do need to get revenge on this guy. Just need to get him away from the... Need to get him away from the Mimic. It's for making me lose an easy-to-get Lord Vessel. So these guys, in theory, I've heard that they dropped humanity. They dropped twin humanities. I have never seen it. I don't believe it myself. I've never seen them drop it, and that remains the case. It is a fabrication. It is a lie. Illusory Wall is doing some sort of debug stuff or something. Some sort of... You need to know everything about Dark Souls in order to get a twin humanity drop. You haven't seen it either, Plank? I genuinely think there's something weird going on with my... because I've seen Illusory Wall get drops from this guy. You've gotten twin humanities? Yeah, did he hack yours? No, it is fully just like, either I'm really unlucky or my settings are like slightly different or something. That is a funny recurring bit in Illusory's stream though. I should actually, I'm gonna go to his stream right now. I think is he doing Permadeath right now? I think he is. I'm gonna say to him right now, every vagrant. Okay, let's see. I'm on mute right now, but every vagrant I've killed in runs this week have not dropped anything. Need to get to the bottom of this. We need to check Illusory Wall's game files. He must have disabled anti-cheat. Tell him to stream on Twitch. I would also enjoy that Krungo trigger. I can talk to him about it. It's pretty easy to set up the restream of it. I don't know if he would want to... It would be funny if he came into my chat. He is a mod in my chat. I don't know if he would want to have like the two chats going or anything, but I'll pitch the idea to him. All right, we got a Hydra here again. Well, for a while he didn't stream at all. He kind of just did the YouTube videos because he had very, very bad internet. So just even uploading his videos would take forever, but he's since gotten much better internet, and he seems to really be enjoying streaming, and it seems to be going well for him on YouTube, which isn't surprising at all. You can't YouTube chat, it requires the app. But yeah, it's very easy to set up Restream, so I'll message him later today. Gotta get it handled. It is one of the most frustrating things about streaming is having to deal with bad internet. Hey, what's up, Duck? Thank you for the good luck. We'll certainly need it. You're going through it right now with internet? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Ska. Mine is good, but you don't have a hardwired connection. Mine is good as well, and I also somehow don't have a hardwired connection because my internet got so good that I didn't really need it. The only thing preventing me from having a hardwired connection is I don't really feel like drilling a hole through my floor. I do have a really long Ethernet cable that's run up to one of the other rooms in the house, but that would have to go to like a switch and stuff, and it's a whole mess. It is literally what I went to school for, was computer networking and like running cables and stuff, and I do have to do that in my professional life as well. So I'm just like, fuck it, dude. Heck with it, is what I said. But like, surprisingly, I get good connection with Wi-Fi. You're about to do this week, yeah? I mean, seriously, a hardwired connection could make all the difference for you. Looking into routers right now, hoping that might correct it. Yeah, if you're just using one that you have to like rent or whatever from your provider, that could definitely be part of it. Getting a good router can also kind of be a pain depending on your provider, in my experience with it. Also, hello, Fairy. Good to see you. Hello. Can tell Wi-Fi 6 from Ethernet. You want to come and do mine? Yeah, good, right? I'll just pop over. It's the exact situation. I've had situations like that, Scott, and the thing that, I have Comcast as my provider, and they're usually quite terrible. I actually had a friend who worked at Comcast on, like, the customer care team. And he was like, yeah, let me see if I can just access my tools and, like, run tests. And he ran tests to my house, and he was like, no, there's definitely something going on, like, outside of your house that is causing it. Because back then I also, like, did hardwire in, and it wasn't until Comcast came out and did some maintenance in my neighborhood that it really got better. And it wasn't until, I got, like, a better updated router from them directly. But it was a long time of me struggling against Comcast. A lot of bits were sent by Zio to get TTS to say unkind things about Comcast. Unkind things that I would repeat if I wasn't raising money for charity. Which is a great time to remind everyone, now that we're getting to this boss fight again, where talking about the charity last time almost caused me to lose the boss fight. Now that we're almost there again, we're raising money today for Malala Fund, which envisions a world where all girls are guaranteed 12 years of education. They do incredible work in a lot of countries that really need it, where education isn't a right. Like, of course, as we all know, education is and should be a right, but there are a lot of places in the world where that is not the case, especially for girls and young women. So Malala Fund aims to make sure that that is a world that we can move towards, and they're doing incredible work to that end. And we got a lot of fun incentives as well. We got the Wheel of Petrus for the bonus stream that's coming up tomorrow that we unlocked. If I get to $750 raised total, which is about... Oh, there goes Sif. See? The charity pitch helped me win the fight that time. In about $200 more, it'll unlock a bonus Guitar Hero stream where I will be playing Guitar Hero. For sure, Plank. It's also... Not to get, like, too real, because with a lot of what we're trying to do with raising money for Malala Fund, there's obviously a lot of, you know, downer topics that we could be talking about. What we want to do instead is kind of focus on all of the good, especially all the good that Malala Fund does. But I think folks in my chat are probably very familiar with the term and the existence of apartheid. There is currently what is being described as a gender apartheid happening in Afghanistan right now, and that is where Malala Fund is doing a lot of the work to ensure that that is not affecting girls too much in terms of getting them education. So that is like kind of what we're doing this for. And you know, times are tough everywhere, but there's parts of the world where it's extremely tough. And that's why I just feel so lucky to be able to get to do this, and to be so lucky to have so many generous people that hang out in my Twitch chat who have already gotten us to almost $600 raised for girls' education through Malala Fund. And tomorrow we're going to be focusing a lot more, since it's like the first bonus stream. I'll be talking a whole lot more. 1 second, Ska. Let me see. It is pinned at the top of the chat, but let me also make sure that the bot is working. That's an important aspect of it. Oh, right, because I reset my computer earlier. I did not... Okay, let's see. It should be working now. I don't think it's Twitch stuff for the command. I use a separate bot. I think it was just because I reset my computer earlier. There we go. There it is. But yeah, Sky, you can also put that towards me having to spin the Wheel of Petrus, so make sure. It's just through the GDQ site, which is really awesome. Really, really handy. But you can add that to the incentive of a spin on the Wheel of Petrus. I think we might have a couple more spins than is currently showing up, just because we had a couple of donations come in before I even really got to explain everything. Like, I know Merlin yesterday, before he raided me and then donated before I really got to start the stream. I'm sure he would... He definitely wants to make the run a little harder tomorrow. Yo, Ska, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. I'll let the... Oh, wait, did the tracker already update? Yeah, yesterday the tracker was a little slower, but it seems to be right on today. Thank you so much, Ska, for the $50 donation. Oh, yeah. Oh, it worked. Thank you so much, buddy. That is going to do a lot of good through the Malala Fund. Huge W, MG Ska. As always, MG Ska with the W. Bringing us closer to a Guitar Hero stream. Chat, I'm also, like, not good at Guitar Hero. I was really good at it when I was in high school, and then I realized I could be spending that time playing actual guitar, because I worked in a music store, so, like, it's not going to be a very impressive Guitar Hero stream, but it'll be fun, and we'll have song requests for donations and stuff, so that'll be fun. We'll be getting that going if we hit it sometime next week. Next week, my stream schedule will probably be a little different with, like, the bonus streams. Oh my gosh. We've got another $50 donation that came in from Duck Typo. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. And the Demon Titanite drop. Just all the generosity is manifesting in the game as well. Duck, thank you so much for the $50 donations to Malala Fund. That is so kind. Yeah, one of the stories that I've heard as well, I mentioned it earlier, but Malala Fund was able to get, like, girls in Pakistan, like, a bicycle so that they could get to school reliably, which is really, really cool. But yeah, there's a lot of obstacles in the way of girls getting education in many parts of the world, and Malala Fund is there to make sure that those obstacles are removed. And with the donations like the ones we just got, that is a huge help towards that work. So thank you guys so much. And yeah, let me know if you want those to go towards a one of the incentives if you didn't add it, or if you just want it in there, that's fine as well. But yeah, let me know, because we can do it on the back end as well. I noticed when when we raided Fletcher yesterday, Guitar Hero, let's do it. Luckily, that's a milestone one, Ska. So we're only like $70 away from hitting that. And we're going to be streaming this charity for the next several days. But I don't know if you saw the Wheel of Petrus, Ska. But for my stream tomorrow, Wheel, let's do it. Right on. I will get it to... So it looks like... Oh, we do actually have one here. We do actually have one right here. So we're going to go ahead and quit out here. You following me? We'll spin the wheel because some of those donations does look like it made the 5th wheel spin happen. So far we have spun the wheel 4 times. And what that means is bosses tomorrow and the randomizer that I do. I think I was playing sad music now, like a bunch of happy stuff didn't just happen. Okay, let's bring up the wheel. Let's get the wheel ready here, chat. We got 4 spins yesterday. We might have a few that we owe that we'll do tomorrow as well. But we have the Wheel of Petrus. And the Wheel of Petrus has every single weapon in Dark Souls 1 on it, including just your bare fists. So I need to spin the wheel because we just hit the 5th one. I'm going to spin the wheel, and that is going to be in sequential order after the tutorial boss. So the second boss we come up to, I'm going to have to use the Drake Sword. Then the next boss after that, it's going to be a Composite Bow. Next boss after that, it's going to be the Sorcerer's Catalyst, which hopefully I'll find some spells for. The next boss after that will be the Mace. What is going to be the 5th spin? This music's so corny. Sometimes it's like... What do we get for the 5th wheel spin? Oh, I'm so glad it wasn't the Grant. Okay, it's Beatrice's, which puts us in the same category as the Sorcerer's Catalyst, which is if I don't have any spells for it, or I don't have enough spells to kill the boss, I will have to beat the boss to death with it as a melee weapon, which I really hope isn't the case. So hopefully we find Dark Bead or something, because that's going to be rough. That's going to be rough. But thank you so much for the donations, everyone. And again, we will make sure that all of the donations that might not have gone to an incentive, if you want them to go to an incentive, just let me know, and I can work with the GDQ staff to get that going. Man, I don't know how the bonus stream is going to go tomorrow. I know it's going to go great because it's like raising money for charity. I mean, I don't know how the randomizer itself is going to go, because this was like an idea that I kind of only like mildly fleshed out. So if it doesn't go well, it'll be pretty funny. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Again, this is such a good cause. I feel very lucky that I get to raise money for it, and that we're all, you know, working so hard to make sure that they're able to do the great work that they do. Thank you guys so much. And let's get back to Dark Souls. Oh man, and another one just came in from Plank. $20, no comment. But it is going towards another wheel spin, so we might have to do another one as well. And we cracked the 700. Plank, thank you so much. That is very, very generous. Thank you so much. And we're only $25 away from another wheel spin, which is something else. And yeah, once we're like getting started tomorrow and everything, I'll have everything applied, like Merlin's donation and everything. So we might have a couple of wheel spins banked up tomorrow as well while we're going through, but there's going to be plenty of time. And tomorrow, when we are streaming, a $5 donation, it doesn't have to go through the tracker either. A $5 donation will be, hey Carl, put on the symbol of avarice. Hey Carl, put on the calamity ring. Hey Carl, put on, Havel's armor or something. So while I'm going through all of the areas before a boss fight and everything, it's kind of like a use what you get, but what I get is directly influenced by $5 donations, which could be really bad for me It could make the randomizer very difficult, or it could make it a lot easier. Oh no, I seriously, Plank, like, I'm trying to incentivize as well small donations as well. Like, earlier we just had a string of, like, $5 ones, and it made me so happy. Because times are so tough right now, and I know, like, right now, like, all of the employment stuff with you as well, like, that is... $20 is huge. And in like, the orientation that we had for Malala Fund and for the charity, there was just talk about that where it's like, yeah, with small donations, how does it apply? And it's like, this can literally get girls, like, bikes so that they can ride to school. Like, $5 goes a real long way. So, $20 goes an even further way. That's like... My math is terrible. 4 bikes! I'm not a math scientist or anything, but no, seriously. Thank you all so much. That is so kind. I genuinely feel speechless. I'm yapping a lot. I feel like that's a very germ thing to do in my family, is when you're speechless, it kind of goes the opposite direction where you just start yapping. Doing a lot of yapping. Exactly, everything helps. But it's like, seriously, it's like, I mean, you guys, I assume folks in my chat have watched GDQ. There's like $5 there's $5 trains that happen all the time, and that like really pops off, and oh my god. What's that? Waiting for the tracker to update. We just got a $49 donation from Bob that says, may as well even it out. So that means, chat, that we are going to be doing a Guitar Hero stream at some point next week. So I'll get that all set up. I'm excited too, because I think I can get it set up on my CRT and have my really nice CRT playing it. The feed will not look as cool as that, but as an alleged math scientist. Okay, cool. So I was right. If I'm reading that correctly, I'm also not a words scientist. And I do see the irony of me being bad at math while raising money so that girls can get an education. I do see the irony there, but that is the important thing, is that these girls have the ability to become math scientists, or become word scientists, or whatever they want to be. Bob, thank you so much for the $49 to make us hit that milestone where we will now... And, wait, that gets us another Petrus wheel spin. So, wait, speaking of Petrus wheel spin, we got that guy right here. Someone in chat the other day was like, if we do a Petrus wheel spin, we should have to go back to Petrus every time. So I feel like it's only right, because we just got the Petrus wheel spin. We're going to do the Petrus wheel spin in-game as well for this, which is talking to him. He could give me a weapon I don't want. He has given me nothing but weapons I don't want on the actual wheel. So let's see. We're doing the real spin here. This is why it's called the Wheel of Petrus. Okay, he did give me the Balder helmet. Oh my gosh. So luckily we didn't get a bad weapon here. But we are here with Petrus, the man himself, the scoundrel that we all know and love. I also do not want to... I want to be standing here because if I click back in, it is likely to attack him, and I don't want that. And we also have a $5 donation that is going towards another wheel spin from Hey a Nobody. We also have, oh my god, I didn't even see this one because Dark Souls was blocking it. We have another $26 donation. I think that's the first $26 donation, so I don't know why I said another. But we have from Death Chain, good buddy, $26 going towards another wheel spin that says, let's get more education for girls. Education's for all. Death Chain is a teacher. Death Chain is moving from Canada to the UK and will be teaching there. So that is incredible. Thank you so much, Des. Thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and put these all through. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Nobody. Again, I'm yapping a lot because I can't form the words to describe how overwhelmed I am with the generosity. Thank you all so much. But we have another... Looks like we got the Petrus wheel met 7 times, so we got another 2 wheels here, chat. Look, Petrus is watching the wheel. At least on the horizontal feed. Petrus is watching the wheel. He wants to see what weapons he is giving us for the challenge stream tomorrow, the bonus stream tomorrow. Let's go ahead and see what we got to queue up for our weapons that we have to use against bosses in tomorrow's bonus stream. What do we got? Of course, it's going to be something I like, right? It's going to be like the Black Knight Halberd, right? Chat. I'm so glad this is all going to charity. Because we are going to have to use, as Deschain said, that's not ideal. We're going to have to use Goth's Great Bow on our 7th boss in the run tomorrow. That's the 6th spin, but it is the 7th boss because we do not count the tutorial boss. So hopefully we can find some great arrows. Otherwise, we might have to get a little creative. We might have to do some stuff on the fly. But we do have 7 wheel spins met so far, so we're going to do number 7 right now. I should have just made this the song for everyone. Just whack them with it. I think you might be able to, Scott. I hope. I don't know. I did like 0 research into how viable all of these weapons are. Bandit's Knife. Honestly, not a great weapon. It kind of stinks. If it's like Nito, that would be really bad. Because all of the bosses are also going to be randomized, and they're not going to be scaled. So it could be I have to fight Manus with the Bandit's Knife. With that, we could at least maybe level it up a little bit. And maybe it'll be a boss that bleeds. Probably not. But that is way better than Goth's Great Bow. But, oh my gosh. Thank you all so much. We are now at $781 raised from Malala Fund. Coming from 27 donations, which is incredible. I'd love to see it. I would love to see some better weapons in this wheel. But the wheel giveth and the wheel taketh away. So far, the wheel has only taken away. But that's fine. That is a problem for tomorrow. Can't wait to make the same jokes about currency that the Americans make towards me. It's nice. It's nice. I think it's the same... They also use Celsius in the metric system there, though, right, Des? So you don't at least get to do that. Also, I hope all the packing and the preparation for moving is going well. Yeah, it's a problem for future Carl. We don't need to worry about that guy. They use miles for long distance. Those heckers. I agree. I do wish my brain worked a little better so that I could understand kilometers versus, you know, miles and stuff, and just start kind of really using the ones that make sense. How many stones do you weigh in? We just need to all go to horse measurements. We need to measure things in horses, the way horses are measured, which are hands. Divide by 14. Is that the formula? See, I don't even know the formulas. Okay, we do have a blood shield, which is good. Pounds divided by 14. Is that stones, or is that pounds as in the currency? Okay, so we do have more humanity. Chat, where should we go next? I guess we can go and see what Sif is. I see. Okay, not Great Britain pounds. I assume is what GBP. It's impossible for me to read GBP and not think GPB, which Grand Pooh Bear. My brain cannot handle it, Chad. My brain cannot handle all of this. Let's level up Vitality. Grand Boo Pair, exactly. She said labs. Pounds. Alright, I guess we'll go to Sif. I think we're only on 3 bosses. I don't think chat would have allowed me to not split. Alright, chat. I need to get I got some homework ahead of me. Also, I just got, like... My mustache is really long. No, I think I'm only on 2 bosses, Keystrong. I think we only did Sif on the bridge and the Asylum Demon replacement. You made a terrible mistake of reading the news. That is usually a mistake these days. Never read the news. There is always good news. Such as, there's a lot of really good news stories at malala.org. You could read a lot of articles of all the cool work that they're doing and just really wonderful stories about all the help that's going on. We were talking about this yesterday, but, like, obviously there's a lot of... The need for charity comes from very, you know, upsetting circumstances. But in, like, the very Mr. Rogers sense is, you know, just look for the helpers. And Malala Fund are the helpers, the Frame Fatales in the GDQ community, and the GDQ community at large. They're the helpers, so... I did play Final Fantasy VII Remake. Yes, I did. Oh, right, this guy. I think we can kill him here. This will be really annoying, though. Is there, like, an ad break happening soon? That would be an ideal time, I think. You flushed it? I don't blame you. I didn't flush it, and I also didn't really flush Rebirth, but I am very comfortable in the fact that those games were not made for me. I like some of the stuff that they do. I think the systems in it are very fun. I think the battle system is really cool. The story is not really for me. I am very happy that there's a lot of people, a lot of Final Fantasy fans, who really love the story and who are getting, like, everything they could ever hope out of it. I am just comfortable being an old, crotchety man who simply just is okay with just playing the original forever. Could not handle the yapping. That is also a big part of it. One of my buddies was also not a big fan of the loading in the game, where it's like, oh, now there's just a segment where you just have to walk. He's not even a speedrunner. He was, like, complaining about that. He's like, it's really just insufferable. I'm like, that's fair. You have a long day of work. You get home. You have a couple of hours before you're too tired to play a video game. You wanna see what's going on in the game. And then your characters are just walking and yapping. That would have been faster if we hadn't gotten lost. That's fair, Des. We were talking about it a little bit in chat the other day. And I think Hamilton Howley said it best by saying, like, it'll be interesting if they land the plane and, like, make it all really cool in the end. But they gotta land that plane, and I don't know if them finishing the story that they're trying to tell will be a satisfying story for me. I got as far as Coral in Rebirth. And I didn't stop playing it because I was like, oh man, I don't even like this game. It was more so just like I was too burnt out to continue playing it. I was trying to do all of the side quests immediately, which is also probably not a great way to play it. Because that's a lot of game between areas. It will fly longer than it is. I'm sure they'll finish it. I think, even though it is just a way for them to kind of print money, you know, just everyone loves these characters. Let's keep making these games. I think the developers are also like, hey, we are nearing the end of the story that we want to tell. We want to move on to other stuff. Being in the UK and exploring new stuff will help with the burnout, for sure. Absolutely, that's a great way to help with burnout. It's fun that you mentioned that, Deschain. My therapist the other day said that there's no real way for me to get out of the current burnout that I'm in other than getting a new job. And I'm like, ain't that the truth? So true, exactly. kids who are saying that these days. I feel like that's, at this point, those that were saying that are now an older generation as well. It's like 24-year-olds. Yeah, that is still what I would consider a kid. All right, chat, we successfully took down that enemy. I think we also have Demon Titanite that I never upgraded, so it would have actually made way more sense for me to update or upgrade the weapon and then fight that guy. Your doctor has been telling you for years that you need to get out of the food industry because of your anxiety. Yeah. Yeah, Bob. I feel you. That's that's the funniest thing. We were talking about my heart condition earlier. And one time I did go to the ER for it, not out of like, oh my god, I need to go to the ER, but out of an abundance of caution. I just like, my heart was really racing. It was before I really like had a full handle on like what it felt like when I was in my arrhythmia. And I just texted my older brother who was in the medical field. And I explained it to him, and he's like, you should go to the hospital. And at the time, I was living in North Jersey, like pretty close right outside of New York City. And my doctor, the area where my cardiologist was back home in Delaware County, Pennsylvania, which is south of South Philly. So me going to the hospital was a 2-hour drive. But I drove there and they took the test and they're like, everything seems fine. It sounds like you were just having an episode of atrial fibrillation and it's since passed. That's pretty normal. But, you know, just be more mindful of that and just, you know, maybe cut out the caffeine. You know, do you drink caffeine at all? I was like, I like work in IT, so all I drink is caffeine most days. All I drink is just straight black coffee. They're like, yeah, just maybe avoid drinking caffeine. Maybe, you know, maybe avoid stressful situations. It's like, again, I work IT. Kind of can't avoid stressful situations in my job. I don't really have that luxury. So it's just like, well, cool. But yeah, it's like, the older I get too, the more I'm realizing, like, I just... Oh, I think I see why Random Sum also was talking about ADD earlier, which got me on a tangent of a completely different topic, but it's because I capitalized add in the pinned message, and it does just look like ADD. Okay, chat, we have enough to level up. We have just enough to level up this weapon. And ampersand. Ooh, I just realized, chat. Yeah, we have another milestone incentive, which if we get a lot of the $5 donations tomorrow that allow me to that request that I put on better, clearly it's only going to be better equipment, good equipment in this game. Donator's choice of my my equipment that I have to wear in Dark Souls. We can unlock another bonus stream where I would be going for Nan Inf in Balatro. If you're not familiar with what that is, I highly recommend you go and watch Adef's GDQ run from SGDQ this year. A speed run to get Nan Inf. Real Regal fans will remember the streams where he was doing that. Basically, it's you have to score... You need to get a score that is so high that it is to the 300... It's higher than the 308th exponent. It's a very difficult thing to do in Balatro. I've done it a couple of times on mobile, and we'll do a bonus stream where I will have to do it in a stream. We'll go for it. No guarantee that I'll actually get it, but it'll be a thing that I'll stream periodically if I don't get it during the bonus stream, but we'll dedicate a whole long amount of time to me trying to get Nanin, because it is really fun. It is really cool. Nice, Random Sum. What did you make for dinner? Alright, we got a +1 weapon now. We have 3 souls, and we're going to go and see if we can get 40k more. Has anyone in chat seen Balatro Naninf runs? You score so high that the game doesn't know how to calculate the actual score. So it just gives you a glitched value, and it crashes your game. It crashes my game on the phone when I get it. Yo, what's up, Caress? You've seen him? So that would be fun. That would be a fun one to unlock. The Golden Sun soundtrack is so good. Be careful, ADHD meds are incredibly addictive. Me forgetting your meds 95% of the time? Yeah. It is funny when people try and give, you know, like, it's well-meaning. I never like take it any particular kind of way, negatively or anything, but when people try and give advice on how to be better about taking your medication or something, like, oh, just get one of those, like, pill things. It's like, I have that. It's like, oh, just keep it at your desk. It's like, I do. And then I look and I'm like, oh, I haven't taken... Luckily for me, it's not, like, medicine that I need to take every day. It's mostly just, like, multivitamins and stuff like that. You haven't seen them, but you do love Balatro. This is, like, some real deep in the weeds Balatro duck. Have you heard of Naninf at all? I can explain it to you as well, because it's really cool. It kind of became a hyper fixation of mine when I found out about it. I was watching Regal do them. But what you do is you get red seals on kings. And then you turn those kings into steel cards. And then you try and get as many of them as you can so that you go higher, like the highest score possible, with the Baron and with Mime. And if you're not familiar with those jokers, the Baron Mime will have every king that is in your hand multiply your score by 1.5, which is the same thing that a steel card does. And when you have a red seal on it, it does that twice. So through a very specific setup with the Baron Joker and the Mime Joker and the Red Seal Kings and having a lot of them, you can get the glitched high score. And it just... in mine, because I was playing it on mobile, I can't make the game go any faster than 4 times speed. There are mods where you can get it to like 16 times speed for like the really long animations. And I think it took... my final hand, I think it took like 4.5 minutes to just score enough to get the Naninf, which is very funny and very cool. Okay, we got a boar here. I don't think he'll attack me. I'm not sure. This is the guy who killed our run yesterday, chat. When we had the Lord Vessel. We don't have the Lord Vessel this time, so I don't think he'll care. I don't think we're in his aggression range. I think he can just see us. That's what I'm hoping. He had the chance to do the funniest thing ever when I said I don't think we're in his aggression range, but luckily I do think we were outside of it. You'll have to try it. I will give you some polite advice on doing it. Look at a guide. Because I watched my friend Regal stream it, and I was like, I got the gist of it. I can figure this out. And then it was months of me trying to like do it without a guide and just like go by vibes and like try and figure it out. And it's like, that is not how it works. You like have to know what you're doing. There's very specific things. The one thing that killed me the one time, I'm going to go ahead and snooze these ads as well, chat. The one thing that killed my run the one time was I forgot that at every 8 antes, you get another boss ante. So what I was doing was I was really dependent on the Serpent, I think is the name of the boss bind, where if you play one card or you discard one card, you draw 3. I needed that to be able to score high enough to get past it. And then I got to ante number 24. And I didn't have a means of getting enough cards in my hand to score high enough, because it was just like a boss that was not the serpent. So what you do in that instance is you kind of just go around and try and get DNA, and then copy enough of the Silver King red seal cards to have in your hand that you score high enough to get past it. It also involves using I forget the name of the card, but it's the one where it will take away all of your discards, but it will give you extra hands for it. And you just stack that with copy jokers. So you need you need a mime and you need a baron, and then you need some copy jokers as well. And ideally you get a bunch of blueprints. The one time I recently got Nanon, I had like 4 blueprints, which was incredible. But the best advice for it is to just have a good economy in it. Like, just generate as much gold or money or whatever it's called in Balatro as you can. A guide is definitely a must. I was like, I'm too sweaty of a video games player. I'm too much of a tryhard. So I was like, I can figure it out. I like to play games and not really look anything up about them and learn by doing. And that was not the play for that, because it was a lot of trial and error, and it was a lot of failure. Okay, we're going to walk away so she doesn't give us the ring, which could be a weapon that we don't want right now. And we're going to unlock this merchant because we need to go down to Blighttown soon. Chad, I'm thinking we go to Sif, we see what it is. If it's horrible, we use the Homeward Bone, and then we maybe go and try and check upstairs. I guess we could also go back to the asylum. I think trying to get on top of the roof to fight whatever's up there might not make a whole lot of sense. We have other bosses we can kill that give a pretty decent amount of souls to level up to make it a little less concerning. I would also like to be in human form, if possible. I like the bonus that we get from the humanity right now, but if we're in human form, then we get to fight Mildred. And if we kill Mildred, we get some free humanity out of it. Chad, who do you think Sif is going to be replaced by? Do you think it'll be Priscilla? We were talking about it yesterday. And how goofy Priscilla looks when replacing Sif. Okay, also, Homeward Bone is on no. We know that we got to switch over to yes, and we have to run away. Priscilla. I like it. I think it's just Grey Great Wolf Priscilla. You think it's Iron Golem? I always forget who this is when I say it. Is it Calamite? The important thing is, chat, he's not going to be blocking our path in somewhere where it matters. We do have more humanity, so what we're going to do... I did try and dupe it, I did not get it. Boo, I'm booing myself. I like it, I like it. That reminds me of a clip of Jeff Goldblum just having like a jazz concert. Like, I guess he plays piano, and and it's just a quick clip of him playing piano and then scatting, and it's like it's just his voice, so he's like, oh, I like it. And I think about that all the time, and I really do need to make that an alert on my channel. Yo, what's up, Nandy Beats? Hello, hello. Nandy Beats just came in, so I am going to snooze the ads again, chat. We'll snooze the ads again. Hello. I was just about to run them, and I was like, that would be so rude. Like, oh, hey, welcome in, Nandy Beats. 3 minutes of ads. Now we'll hold off on that for now. So, I guess let's go to the asylum and see what replaces the stray demon. And maybe we can get some... I think it's what, like 20k that we get for that fight? Oh, I forgot it's a Drake. Ugh. Easy enough to run past until it's not. We'll also kill this guy so he doesn't respawn. Alright, we got a Taurus demon. We got... Well, chat. There goes run number 335. I was talking about how easy it was to run past the Drake. I should have just made it. Let's check the spoiler log and just see what was ahead of us. That was, yeah, that's one of the reasons why that is one of my least favorite enemies to encounter in the game. Your game crashes every few attacks, comes to Quelaag, starts moving. Interesting. Which randomizer are you using? I'm imagining that's the enemy randomizer and she's in a different location. Are you using the 5th Mats randomizer? Because that's the one that I use. The easiest way to know if you're using that one is if it changes the name. Is that Cyndi Lauper? Yes. I forget why I named this character. I forget what this run was, but I did name it after Cyndi Lauper. I do love Cyndi Lauper. But yeah, if it says like, if it just says the boss name of the arena, then you're using the older enemy randomizer, which did have a lot of crashes happen. If it's the 5th Mats one where it says like Great Grey Wolf, Priscilla, or like Chaos Witch, Gwyn, or whatever, then that's the 5th Mats. And I don't know what would be causing crashes on that one because in my experience and everyone I've talked to, that randomizer is pretty stable. But let's check the spoiler log here, chat. What was replacing Stray Demon? Replacing the Stray Demon was 4 Kings, which sucks. That's not good. What was replacing Gargoyles? Replacing the Bell Gargoyles. Replacing the Gargoyles was Artorias. What was replacing Quelaag? Replacing Chaos Witch Quelaag in Blighttown was Demon Fire Sage, which would have been fine. Yeah, of course, happy to give the advice. I'm pretty busy the next like week or so, but if you continue having issues, feel free to just reach out and I'll see if I can find anything out for you or help out in any way. Okay, that was a really, really bad enemy randomizer seed. What about the Lord Vessel? Where was the Lord Vessel? It doesn't really matter because getting to Anorlando was going to be a real rough time. Okay, chat. The Lord Vessel was in Tomb of Giants. So what we're going to do now is we're going to run the ads really quick, and we're going to start a new run. And surely we're going to get better luck than we had for the rest of the day. Surely I'll have to figure out a way to back up my current run for the run tomorrow, which will be unrelated. Because this next run is going to be so good. Number 336 is going to be so good. I can't wait. I'm excited. We're going to dive back in to a new run. But first, I got to run some ads. You're not going to miss anything. You're going to miss the start of the run. And that's it. Wait, did the ads already run? It doesn't seem like it's letting me run them, but it is going to start in a minute and a half anyway, so. Oh no, here we go. Okay, starting the ads now. You won't miss anything. I'm just re-randomizing. Alright, let's look. Maybe what I need to do, chat, is talk to the randomizers as I'm running it. And I've just kind of been doing it mindlessly. Okay. Talking to Matt's DS1 enemy randomizer now, version 0.1.3. I'm going to reason with you. I'm going to level with you. That last seed was horrible. Less of that, please. Can you please give me some good bosses to fight early on? Yo, what's up, Chad Shuby? You have Twitch Prime, so you miss nothing? That's very smart. Oh, hello. Oh, yeah. I'll take some of this. Thank you. Can you give me a little Pepsi? Thank you. All right. So we did re-randomize here. I think. Yes. Yes. That is re-randomized. Now, Hot Pocket. Hot Pocket is a good person. Did some commentary from my GDQ run of Dark Souls Randomizer. I know that Hot Pocket Remix only has my best interest at heart always. Anytime he sends me seek guidance in the game, it is coming from a place of concern and love. So, Hot Pocket, I'm going to ask you, give me a good start to this randomizer. Give me an easy place to get the Lord Vessel, please. Give me something that I will be able to continue. I should have always just been nice to the technology so it spares you. I agree. I don't know why I didn't think of it sooner, but clearly that's what we're going to have to do. Thank you, Frostwell. Frostwell brought me up some fish fillets. Delicious. We've noticed that a lot of the like chicken that we've got in places has just tasted really bad. Been really like mealy. I've been going with alternatives. I've been getting like chickpea chicken things and stuff, and it's been much better, honestly. It's like the quality of like groceries and stuff has gone so far down that I'm like, why don't I just like become vegetarian or something? Yo, what's up, QQ? Thank you for the good luck. It was very funny that earlier when Twitch was like completely dead, the only stream that I was able to watch was QQ's. I couldn't chat in it, but I was able to watch it, and I was like, yo, Twitch is putting in the work for QQ. QQ, when are you doing the old slop challenge? Vegetarian all the way. Are you a vegetarian, Bob? I don't know if I knew that. I do like a lot of vegetarian meals. There are a lot of things that are non-vegetarian that I do love a whole lot. That would be hard to move away from. But the closest I've been was a pescatarian. I was pescatarian for like 6 months, I think. And that just meant I just ate way too much sushi. You're thinking about it? I would love to see that. You could do pendulum jump. You'd be the only one to complete this challenge by doing pendulum jump. Honestly, there's been some seeds where it looked like I might have had to do pendulum jump because of enemies in my way. Have been your entire life. I don't think I even realized that. Wow. Taste of most meat makes you actually sick. That's interesting. I learned recently that there's like a tick that can bite you that can like make you like hate the taste of meat. From like I forget the name of the ticks. There's a gay joke in there somewhere, for sure, for sure. That is a little ironic, I guess. Lone Star tick, exactly. You got a message back about the ad for Displate earlier? I think I'm my ADHD is going wild because I don't understand several other things in chat. You got bit by one but didn't get the illness? Jeez. Jeez, Plank, yeah. Let's see. Oh, nice. You thought that they were that you were highballing? That's the way to go. This is the only start that really looks somewhat decent. You were scared to try for a couple of months? Yeah, I didn't know about that at all until like recently, and now I'm like, huh. Alright, Thief does have Witch Hat, which is the best hat. Master Key. We already have the Master Key. I think we go with Twin Humanities. Like, the Black Fire Bombs are nice, but only having 10 of them. We make the hat extra big. All right. Let's a go. It's the guy who killed my run last time. And I think I might have to... I don't know if I can get past him without... without attacking him. Imagine if he just bit me and killed me. Dude, that's awesome, QQ. May you learn your lesson and always go even higher. I know that that's what you were doing, but that's really funny. I feel like there's also a D's nuts joke with dist plate that my brain can't really formulate here. Okay, we got Manus early. A little concerning. I don't think Manus can bleed. Yeah, there you go. Sometimes I do need to remember that I am... Dude, is this even randomized? Should probably remember to be more PG. What with the charity? Sometimes I just can't get the Philadelphia nature. Can't get that out of me. All the runs that start with this weapon end up being good. This is a very good weapon to start with. I just don't know if using it against Manus right away is a good start. But we'll see. It's pretty fast, and with it scaled down, I can't remember if Manus bleeds. But yeah, this is a good starting weapon. I also like starting as Thief. I guess we could have used fire bombs against Manus, but I feel like those wouldn't have even really been that helpful. But we do have Twin Humanities that we can use as a heal if we need to. Especially if it gets really bad, we could just Dark Sign away. I rolled. All right, I might use the Twin Humanities just so I have a little bit extra defense here. A little bit more resistance. Healing feels like a mistake. I rolled again, Miyazaki. I need to let you know. Okay. Chat, do we check what the stone golem dropped? Do we check what the stone guy dropped? I'm gonna make my way back there. Bob, I feel like we did we sit at lunch together one year? I can't remember. I feel like we did. I don't remember though. But if so, it shows how non-observant I am that I've never noticed that Bob does not eat meat. I can't wait to run all the way up here for this to be like a really bad weapon that I just ran up to grab. I'm pretty sure it was a very long time ago. Okay. White chunk. Not entirely useful, but not useless, I guess. I feel like I've done no looting at all this entire stream. Which usually loot doesn't go well for me. I guess we'll risk it on Petrus. Gotta showcase why we call it the Wheel of Petrus, you know? Very well. Okay, nice. He didn't give us a weapon. He also doesn't really look like Petrus. Man, I really want to replay Golden Sun. I started a new playthrough of Golden Sun on stream once. Okay, it's good to know that he has lighter pants. Also, let's go ahead and split. We do have the witch hat, which is the most important. Early Estus upgrade is really good as well. And we got some Eyes of Death, so if we ever make it to the catacombs, then we're in good shape. Nice. I don't think I'm going to fight the Dark Wraith. He is worth a lot of money. I'm certainly not going to fight the cat. It's kind of tempting to fight the Dark Wraith, though. They're not that hard. You can backstab chain them pretty easily. I need to... We were talking about this earlier, chat. We talked about this earlier. I need to overcome my fears. Bro. I need to overcome my fear of Dark Wraiths. The idle obelisk miner one also just got back to you. 1.6? Yo, popping off. Let's go, dude. That's awesome. Be like, what about 200? This is why you don't ever overcome your fears, chat. You need 2 PBs in October. Alright, that was not a good run. Alright, let's see here. Let's just try another one. We're going to end it with lucky number 337. Those are my lucky numbers. Pleading with the randomizers did not seem to do much for us. Okay, nice. I'm glad the gameplay came up because I was going to check the spoiler log on that one. I'm like, I already know it was going to be bad. It was going to be bad. Lucky number 337. It's 1,000 less than the coolest number. We just need to do 1,000 more of these runs. And we'll have the cool number. Oh boy. This is like the worst helmet to have. But, chat, we will get to loot here. We're going to speedrun this. And yeah, reminder chat, we are raising money through the Flame Fatales, the upcoming marathon at GDQ, Flame Fatales in 17 days. We're raising money for the Malala Fund, which has a mission to make sure that every girl can have a guaranteed 12 years of education. They do incredible work. And everyone in chat has also done incredible work. Oh, I just assumed I would be heavy rolling there. Because we are already at $781 in just 2 days of streaming, which is wild. We have unlocked 3 bonus streams. The first bonus stream is going to be happening tomorrow. I took off work for it. We're going to be doing a Dark Souls randomizer just like this one, except $5 donations are going to allow people to make me put on whatever equipment they want me to. Whether it's a ring, a weapon, armor. It is the donator's choice. And then for every $50 that we get in the incentives towards the Wheel of Petrus, we will have to spin a wheel. And I will have to kill the next boss that I come up to with whatever weapon the wheel lands on. So I forget the whole list. I'll have a whole command for the list that we have to go through. Oh, nice. This guy's dropping Demon Titanite. I don't really feel like farming him too much, but... We have a lot of stinker weapons. I think the first weapon that we're going to have to use after the Asylum tomorrow is the Drake Sword. Which could be miserable if it's a DLC boss that we find. It could be pretty bad. Is what even possible? 1v1 in Dark Souls 1. Depending on which version you play, it should be. Let's go, we're still alive! The other bonus streams that we have unlocked is a Mega Ocarina of Time randomizer. And there are incentives live to add even more randomizer stuff to that. So it could be the most maxed settings possible that we would have to go through. Now, I'm pretty good at Ocarina of Time randomizers. I'm not the best at it. But I think the threshold there is like a $25 incentive. Will make me put on more of the features. Oh, dude, I misjudged what that attack was. We had him. There is not random sum, no. You have yet to complete a Ocarina of Time randomizer. It is tough. With Ship of Harkinian, it's a lot easier. There's like a tracker and everything just kind of built in. I don't know if you've been using Ship of Harkinian, Bob, but that's the one I'm going to be doing. But there's wild settings in that one as well. Like, I could have to randomize being able to talk to certain NPCs. If it's like Zora, like you have to unlock something to be able to talk to Zora or Gorons. Never, you've tried it but never finished the base game as a kid. It's a really good game. The remake is coming out. Hopefully that's good. That might be a good way to play it if you haven't played it since you were a kid. I really like the regular game though, like the base game. Oh, you love it? All right, right on. Haven't wanted to give yourself any advantages. That's exactly how I... clearly, that's exactly how I handle things as well. All right, chat. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to call it there for tonight. But tomorrow, around... I think around noon. I'll probably get started a little earlier than noon, but around noon, I'm going to be starting the bonus stream. We're going to be doing Dark Souls Randomizer. Same sort of thing as this. It's going to be all the same settings, all the same scaling and all of that. Except it won't be permadeath. And it's not going to be use what you get. I'm going to be able to choose what I want to use. Unless someone in chat gives me a $5 donation and says, hey, use this instead. And beyond that, we also are locked into using certain weapons. We have to use the Drake Sword, then the Composite Bow, then the Sorcerer's Catalyst, then the Mace, then Beatrice's Catalyst, then Goth's Great Bow, then the Bandit's Knife for the bosses as we come across them. That puts us at about 8 bosses into the run, and there is still time to unlock more, leading all the way up to 26. So once we hit all of those incentives, we might have to just spin the Wheel of Petrus for every boss outside of the tutorial. All 25 of the bosses outside of the Stray Demon, or the Asylum Demon. So it could be really rough. It could be a rough bonus stream. It could have to be a couple of streams. Enjoy your Wolf Ring. Yes, Random Sum did already put in a $5 donation to have me start with the Wolf Ring, so I appreciate that. Very excited. Let me also update my notes here on that. Start with Wolf Ring. Thank you, Random Sum. Again, thank you all so much for all the generosity. We were way closer to like a donation amount that I thought was like completely pie in the sky. Way closer than I expected, especially in 2 days. I am like just blown away. So thank you all so much. We are making our way towards the Naninth Balatro stream, which would be really fun and really cool. There'll be a lot of chatting in that one too, just because it's a lot of just kind of chilling out and playing. But again, raising money for Malala Fund through the Flame Fatales at GDQ for the upcoming Flame Fatales Marathon, starting in 17 days. Very excited about that. And we're going to get into it tomorrow. It's going to be a long stream tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I hope to see you guys there. But let's see if any of the other Flame Fatales are streaming. If any of the ambassadors are streaming. We do have Fletch going again. I think we'll just throw it over to Fletch again. I can't, I didn't see any of the other go live, so we're gonna throw it right over to Fletch. I didn't get to catch too much of the stream last night, but Fletch is great. So go raid, go lurk, hang out, donate, all that. And I will catch you guys tomorrow, bright and early, at the gamer ungodly hour of noon. I know that gamers usually can't imagine waking up so early. But go hang out in Fletch's stream. I'm sure they'll probably also throw a raid over to another ambassador if anyone else is streaming. So we'll keep the train going. But where's my where's the raid? Is it invalid? Oh, what? Oh, I'm sitting here like trying to like vamp and stuff. I typed the username wrong. Literally raided Fletch yesterday, and I can't spell. There we go. All right, chat. Thank you all so much. Thanks for hanging out. I will see y'all tomorrow for the bonus stream.